Hey everyone, what is going on? So we are doing more of my personal Go Battle League content. I think I have 10 games for you today, and I am using the Asian Milkman's team. He reached rank 10 with this team, so we're looking at Togekiss, Escavalier, and Snorlax. Now my Snorlax has superpower. I don't know what his Snorlax had, but either way, we lose that lead, so I'm going to switch into Snorlax because I do not want to bring in that Escavalier, obviously, because then I lose my hardest hitting counter to a Reggie Steele. So he brings in his Escavalier. Not looking too good. Drill Run does connect against my Snorlax. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and go Superpower. I believe I have two back-to-back Superpowers at this point, so we go for one. It does get shielded, and I go for another one. I could have bluffed the Body Slam, but I decided not to. I'm going to go for another Superpower right now. It does less damage, but at least we did okay damage. We still lose that lead though, but we also took a shield. So I'm going to bring in my Togekiss. Now Togekiss, yes, Escavalier is resisting Charm, but Togekiss does double resist all of Escavalier's attacks, so totally fine by me. I'm going to be able to charm it down and knock him out just fine. In comes that Reggie Steele, so Reggie Steele will get off a charge attack against me. I am going to go ahead and shield this because I do want to get the flamethrower going. So I am going to go ahead and use the flamethrower, hoping to take his final shield, although wasn't sure if he would shield it. He does decide to shield it, which is actually pretty good because I bring in my Escavalier and he brings in Cresselia. Now if it was something like Giratina or pretty much anything else, we probably would have lost, but because it is Cresselia, both Cresselia and Reggie Steele are weak to Escavalier, so Escavalier is going to be able to clean up this game. Moonblast does hit us, but we do resist all of Cresselia's moves. It still does decent damage because Escavalier is going to be on the squishier end, but this Mega Horn going to be able to knock out the Cresselia. So goodbye Cresselia. In comes that Reggie Steele, and yeah, I could go ahead and freely shield this one up, and I'm going to be able to get to that Drill Run. So yeah, I mean, definitely it wasn't looking good for me, but I was able to pull this one out, and we're able to knock out Reggie Steele. So yeah, this might be the last Road to Ranked Ultra League game for me, or set I should say, because the Master League as well as Premier League is beginning soon. So as you saw right there, I actually got kicked out of the game froze, so I have to log back in. But yeah, it might be my last Ultra League one because Master League and Premier League or Premier Cup are beginning, so I'm really excited for those. I did reach rank 10 as I mentioned in preseason and season 1 in the Master League, so I'm hoping to replicate that, although I'm at a lower rank than I was in those 2 seasons, so I don't know. We may not, but we're having fun with it. If we don't reach it in season 2, we're gonna try again for season 3. And so Togekiss against Togekiss. Okay, so yeah, just staying in this matchup. Whoever throws the Ancient Power, if it goes shielded, is definitely going to lose this matchup, generally speaking. So he does decide to throw it, so I am going to go ahead and opt to shield this. So I should be able to knock out this Togekiss before he's able to knock me out, because we do get an extra charm in because he threw that Ancient Power. However, it also cost us a shield, so look at it how you will. I do immediately tap on the Flamethrower just in case a Steel type came in, but I'm okay with Flamethrower going into a Cresselia. That Cresselia will knock me out, and I do have my Escavalier, so beautiful. I'm going to bring in that Escavalier, and Cresselia is going to go ahead and hit me with a charge attack, but as we saw in the previous game, Escavalier going to be able to take it. Damage will add up, but we could still take it. Going to go ahead and go for that Mega Horn. I usually don't bluff the Drill Run. I just feel like it's a little bit too risky just in case they don't shield. Excuse me, guys. In that case, he shielded, so obviously the Drill Run would have been the better play, but I didn't know that was going to happen. So Grass not going to hit me. I guess he was bluffing, maybe, or maybe he couldn't. He felt like he couldn't get to a Moonblast, but I wasn't going to shield the Moonblast anyway. But he does go ahead and shield that Cresselia. So I'm like, okay, double shielding the Cresselia. What does he have in the back? You know, so I am going to go ahead and shield this one up. It is a Moonblast, and it is going to be that Reggie Steele. So, okay, that's why he was protecting his Cresselia, so I'm going to go ahead and be able to get off this Drill Run. I'm going to do a lot. Reggie Steele is ultra tanky, so it's going to be able to take it. I switched into Snorlax to catch the charge attack. Let's see if I caught the Focus Blast. Nope, going to be able to catch that Flash Cannon. But, you know, Flash Cannon at that range would have knocked out Escavalier, so I'm going to go ahead and get to my Superpower. And Superpower, is it enough to knock out this Reggie Steele? Yes, it is. So Superpower will knock it out. In comes Cresselia. Our attack and defense or lowered. I'm going to go for Body Slam. I just want to get off as much damage as possible. I figure he's probably farming up that Cresselia as much as possible because he wants to throw a charge attack against Snorlax and then one against Escavalier. Now, I wasn't sure if this would knock me out. It doesn't, despite that the defense debuff from Superpower, and we're able to just knock out the Cresselia with Snorlax. So, yeah, this team has been working pretty well. I do want to try it maybe one more time. Obviously, the Ultra League, as I said, is ending, thankfully. For me, if you like the Ultra League, it's not thankful for you. But for me, I just don't have much luck. You know, my ranking has been tanking quite a bit in the Ultra League. You know, I do well in the Great League, I do well in the Master League. For some reason, Ultra League just doesn't feel like the league for me. But the next match, we do win the lead, so she's going to bail into Armored Mewtwo. I'm going to switch into my Escavalier. Now, obviously, I know that Mewtwo possibly has Earthquake or Dynamic Punch, both of which are neutral to my Escavalier. So I'm going to go straight Mega Horn. That is shielded. Wouldn't have taken out the Mewtwo, but it would have done a lot. Now, again, this could be a Dynamic Punch. Let's see what it is. It is going to be a Side Strike. So, very interesting to go for the Side Strike. I do resist that, although it still did a lot of damage. I will go for my Mega Horn against this Armored Mewtwo. Let's see how much it does. It will be shielded, okay. So I'm like, I knew I could get to another Mega Horn before the confusion faints me down, so I do go ahead and shield this one up. Going to be a Side Strike that would have been enough to knock me out. So I'm like, okay, we can get to another one, but the switch comes into Giratina. I knew that switch was coming, so I was going to bring in Togekiss, as you can see right now. So now we have a beautiful matchup, Togekiss versus Giratina altered. And yeah, we're just going to be able to farm this one down. No more charge attack coming out from that Giratina. We still have a shield. Flamethrower going to go into this Mewtwo, definitely in a comfortable position. So this Flamethrower is going to connect, not enough to knock it out. He's not going to be able to confusion me down, so that charge attack has to come through. That's totally fine. I'm going to allow Togekiss to go down. It certainly did its job. And I am going to go ahead and bring in my Escavalier and feint out down that Mewtwo. That was actually risky because confusion possibly could have knocked me out. So I do have that drill run to use against the Reggie Steele that came in. And I actually am able to get to another one because Lock-On literally does no damage. I mean, it does 1 damage per turn, but, you know, it doesn't do much. So our Escavalier faints, but again, it's totally fine. I have a healthy Snorlax we could just lick down. Even if a Focus Blast came through, we would have actually survived it, but we still had to shield anyway. So we're actually going to go ahead and win that one. So jumping in again, and we'll see. Okay, fighting my next opponent. So we'll see what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and lead with that Togekiss versus Lapras. So this is not a good matchup because Ice Shot's going to do a lot to us, as well as Ice Beam. So I switch into Snorlax. Don't want to bring in that Escavalier. Similar situation as the Reggie Steele or Melmetal. I don't want to bring in my hardest counter to the playing field because that Pokemon would bail and then I wouldn't have a counter later on. You guys get it. So I am going to double up on the Superpower. Another charge attack coming through. Now, obviously, a lot of people don't really know that Snorlax carries Superpower. Well, they might know that Snorlax has it, but they don't necessarily know that your Snorlax has it. So I'm going to go ahead and go for this Superpower. He did catch it, or she did catch it with Escavalier, so nice catch. But I'd rather go for Superpower against Escavalier than Body Slam anyway. But Escavalier is able to farm me down nice and good. So I bring in my Togekiss. We're going to be able to take any attack this Escavalier wants to throw at us. Going to be double resisted, so we could take that, and Escavalier collapses. Let's see what comes in. Going to be that Melmetal, so I'm going to bail into my Escavalier. So at this point I was like, not really a great situation. It all depends what's in the back. If it's a Cresselia, we're actually going to be in a pretty good situation. That's why I took that attack. So I am going to get to my drill run. So we do go ahead and go for that drill run. Is she going to allow Melmetal to go down? Nope, she's going to shield it. So that tells me she has something that does not want to introduce themselves to Escavalier, right? So I'm thinking, ooh, could it be that Cresselia? I don't know. So I am going to go ahead and definitely shield this. I have to protect my Escavalier. So it is going to be Rock Slide. And she switches into Oh, never mind. We knew it was a Lapras. That's right. Obviously, Lapras doesn't want to meet Escavalier anyway. Excuse me, guys. It is 2 o'clock in the morning. So I shouldn't do my battles at like midnight. I generally do it because I don't have time during the week. I work a lot, so I really don't have much time to do them during the week. So that's why I do them at midnight before I go to bed. And then I go to bed around 2 o'clock because I don't have to be at work until like 1. So it's fine for me. But yeah, you know, sometimes I'm tired, so sometimes at times I'm not really too into it, I guess. So that's okay though. You guys get what I'm saying. So anyway, we're able to take that game. I was actually very surprised we were able to win that one, but we do go ahead and win that game. So good game. So we're jumping into another one. And we're going up against Greg F. So let's see what Greg has in store for us. So Togekiss against Hariyama. So beautiful matchup. Although obviously I do have to watch out for the Heavy Slam. I know Hariyama carries it. Switching into Snorlax. I was a little bit slow on the switch. I saw it was a normal type. You know, you look on the top right corner to see what the typing is. But you know, we still brought in that Escavalier going for the drill run. Snorlax is going to take it. And Charge Attack does come through. I think I shield out of panic. Yeah, I shield because I don't want to take this Earthquake. So it was Earthquake, so I did call that one correctly. So we're able to feint that Snorlax. So in comes Hariyama, and Hariyama is... No, I go for the Mega Horn. Mega Horn's actually resisted. I don't know why I went for Mega Horn. I should have went for Drill Run. That was definitely not a good play. I don't know. But anyway, we're actually still able to get to another Drill Run anyway because he's just trying to farm me down. So I do go for that Drill Run. And that will be shielded, so I'm going to bail into my Togekiss, and he bails into his Scizor. When I saw that typing, I was hoping for Escavalier, but it was actually Scizor, unfortunately. So I'm going to go ahead and shield this. It is an Iron Head, so we do call that one correctly. I do go for the Ancient Power, hoping to take a shield. You know, I was figuring he would probably definitely shield this one, so didn't have to go for the Flamethrower because I knew the shield was coming up. A Charge Attack will come out from that Scizor. It's going to be enough to barely not knock out, actually, so and then he does feint me. And I bring in my Snorlax, and Snorlax is going to go for Super Power. I'm actually charging up energy. I could have thrown a Body Slam right away and knocked out the Scizor without taking that Night Slash. But anyway, in comes Hariyama. Hariyama is going to do a powerful Dynamic Punch. Or Close Combat, never mind. And we actually do get off the Body Slam before we go down. We actually barely survive that. You can see how thick Snorlax is. So we knock out the Hariyama. I switch into my Escavalier, and a Charge Attack comes through. Yeah, and he's going to be able to take this game. I don't know, I feel like I could have won this one, but he played really well, so he's actually able to take that one. But that's okay, so that was a good game. So in that set, we do go 4-1. So 4-1 with the Asian Milkman's team. I'm really satisfied with that. Obviously, a 5-0 would be better, but I'll take a 4-1. And trying so hard to catch this Tepig. I hope for next season they permanently remove the Universe starters, right? I mean, they're kind of annoying. Nobody really... I shouldn't say nobody needs them, but, like, I don't think many people need them. I don't know. Anyway, 2600. So, we're going to jump into the next set of battles. So, this is the next set. As I said, I think I have 2 sets for you today. So, going up against Cool Trainer. So, I'm going to lead with my Togekiss versus Giratina. So, another great matchup for me. So Giratina going to bail into Cresselia, so I'm going to switch immediately into my Escavalier. And Escavalier going to be hit with a Charge Attack, but again, we know we could take it, so we see this matchup all the time. I'm not concerned with Escavalier taking all of this health. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Mega Horn right now. So Mega Horn is going to connect. So that's why I don't bluff, because obviously the Drill Run would have connected and it wouldn't have done as much damage as the Mega Horn. So Escavalier going to be hit with another Moonblast, totally fine. We can't take another Moonblast. So now I can go for Drill Run because Cresselia is, I think, barely in Drill Run range. So the shield does come up. And I'm going to have to shield if I want to win this lead. So I'm definitely going to be able to shield this one and going to be able to win this lead. Even if that Cresselia gets a debuff, it doesn't matter at this point. I was expecting the switch, no switch. So I'm going to go ahead and close that switch window and go for the Drill Run. And Cresselia really wants to win this lead, but it's not going to be able to. Actually bailing into Charizard, and that was a nice switch on the opponent's end to totally catch me off guard, but it's okay. I'm going to bring in my Snorlax right now. And, yeah, I mean, we do have that Body Slam, so I'm just going to go ahead and go for Body Slam. Body Slam spam, so I do go for it, and it does okay damage. We just need one more after the licks to knock out the Charizard. Blast Burn going to do a lot of damage. It is a Blast Burn, so, but we should be able to get to a Body Slam as we do. So let's see if this is going to be enough. I believe it should be enough to take out the Charizard. No, never mind. Charizard does go for a Charge Attack. Probably a Dragon Claw, let's see. Yep, gonna be a Dragon Claw. That Charizard literally hanging on, so, I he actually switches, and I knock out that Cresselia with Lick, and then in comes Giratina, and I have my Togekiss, so that's a great situation. So he's actually going to leave that game. So great game. Really well played, trying to, with that Charizard switch in and trying to come back, but we were still able to pull it off. So jumping into the next game, I am going to lead with my Togekiss versus Giratina, so another positive matchup. I have been seeing a lot of Giratina leads, but it all depends, you know. I see a lot of Swampert leads as well, so I'm low on, not low, I'm slow on the switch, and I bring in my Escavalier. That was a terrible switch. Why did I not bring, I should have put in Snorlax. After I did that, I was like, oh, I don't know why I did that, guys. It was just a bad, you know, excuse the bad plays. It was just because all of these moves are double resisted, but we still get a shield from Articuno. So Articuno is still wanting to shield, probably because it is pretty low. So Icy Wind going to connect to my Escavalier. Plus, also now, you know, if they do have a Reggie Steele, I am basically giving up my Escavalier. So Escavalier going to be hit with another Icy Wind that will be enough to knock us out. So I do believe I go into my Snorlax now. Yeah, Snorlax would have been better against Articuno after the debuffs. I mean, it wouldn't have been great, but it would have been better to have the Snorlax in it, and then, you know, instead of Escavalier. But it is what it is. That's what I did. So my attack drops, so I'm just going to farm down at this point. Totally expecting that Giratina to come in. So I'm getting ready to switch. Let's see. It is going to be Giratina, so I bring in my Togekiss, and in comes that Cresselia. So yeah, if I brought in Snorlax to fight the Articuno, I may or may not have won that matchup, but I would have had Escavalier for this Cresselia and Togekiss for the Giratina. So huge mistake. I actually got a debuff. I don't think it matters. Huge mistake. Bad play on my end. Yeah, you learn, you know. But anyway, yeah, it happened. So Togekiss is going to be hit with a charge attack, so I will shield this one up. Going to be a Moonblast. I do want to win this match because I know what's in the back. So I do want to win this match. Going to go ahead and go for that Ancient Power right now. So Ancient Power. Going to be shielded. I do bring in my Snorlax, and I tried to get off a Body Slam against Cresselia, but he switched super fast, so he's going to catch my Body Slam. You know, after this set, I actually did switch back Snorlax from Super Power to Earthquake because the Giratina matchups, obviously, you know, Lick is super effective against Giratina, but the other moves, Body Slam and Super Power, are both double resisted, so I'd rather have the Earthquake, I think. So Body Slam gonna go into Giratina. I don't know why I'm playing out this matchup. I definitely lose this one. So Body Slam gonna go in again. Gonna be hit with a charge attack, so we'll see what charge attack this is going to be. Going to be that Dragon Claw, so I'm going to go ahead and bail, try to knock out. But the Cresselia has energy and is able to throw the attack. We may have actually won if it didn't have energy and we could feint it, but Snorlax without Earthquake cannot take out on Giratina. If I had Earthquake, yeah, I think actually we would have won, to be honest with you, if I had Earthquake on my Snorlax. But we don't. But yeah, it was actually really close. Yeah, if I didn't make that bad mistake earlier on, probably could have had this game, but it's okay. It's okay. You know, you lose. I don't really. I want to reach rank 10, but I'm okay with losing as well. Especially, I deserve to lose that game, of course. But anyway, that aside, let's jump into the next game. My Togekiss versus Melmetal. So this is a terrible matchup. Got to bail. So I'm going to bail into my Snorlax, of course. Don't want to go into that Escavalier. So he's going to bail into Gyarados. So definitely not off to a good start, but Body Slams are going to be doing decent damage to this Gyarados. It is a squishy Pokemon, so Body Slam is going to connect. So we're actually going to be able to get to another one. We have another one back-to-back Body Slams. Cannot go for Super Power. It is double resisted. No, it's not double resisted, but it is resisted. So Body Slam, obviously, the way to go. I am going to go ahead and shield this one up because Snorlax should be able to win this matchup now with straight licking down. Another charge attack comes through, but I knew it couldn't be a Hydro Pump at this point, so it's going to be a crunch. Snorlax can take it, so we still win that matchup. So despite losing the lead, we win that matchup. So I immediately click on Super Power, but a Clefable came in. But we get the shield anyway, so that's actually fine by me. So Snorlax goes down. And, I do have that Escavalier. I am going to go ahead and bring in my Togekiss. I'm getting ready to switch because I know Melmetal is in the back. Do not want Melmetal. Or I do want Melmetal against that I do want his Melmetal against my Escavalier, right? So he switches immediately. I tried to switch, but he just clicked on the charge attack super fast. So not actually a great situation for me. I mean, we're trying to come back. A charge attack will come through. Let's see what it is. It is going to be a Rock Slide. We're going to be able to take it. I am going to go ahead and throw this Drill Run. Let's see if he wants to shield. 100% expecting the shield because I expect the Rock Slide. Yep, the shield comes through, and a Rock Slide is going to connect because I have no shields. So this actually it's going to be a superpower. Gets us so low, and that's just going to be it. But we almost came back despite losing that lead. So that was still a good game. So good game. So jumping into the next opponent. Looks like this opponent was ranked 10 in the previous season thanks to the Steven post, so definitely a positive matchup. Obviously, you have to watch out for that gunk shot, but still a huge matchup for me. In comes Cresselia. I'm bailing immediately into my Escavalier. So this Escavalier going to be, well, I don't even have to tell you what's going on with this matchup. We have seen this time and time and time again. As I told you, I don't bluff in this matchup. You know, I would say most of the time Cresselia does shield, but this time Cresselia doesn't shield the first attack. And I just don't want to risk it because it's still a good position even if they do go ahead and shield the Mega Horn. So Moonblast does come out. My attack fell, which is not good. So at this point, I'm not expecting the shield because Cresselia can take this Mega Horn a lot better, but they do shield it up. So going down 2 shields. So I think I was looking to try and catch the Moonblast, but wasn't fast enough. So I am going to go ahead and shield this one up. It's actually a Grass Knot, so nice Grass Knot. I'm going to go ahead and bail into my Snorlax after seeing that Swampert. So Swampert going to hit me with a charge attack, going to be Hydro Cannon. So Hydro Cannon all the way. I am going to go ahead and charge up, I believe, to back-to-back Body Slams. Body Slams just more energy efficient. It's stab. You might as well go for it against Swampert, right? So we have almost enough for 2 Body Slams. So we're going to go ahead and go for 1 right now. And another one actually is not enough. So we do go for that other one before the Hydro Cannon comes out. So that Body Slam is going to connect, and can we lick down? We cannot. Oh, actually we have a shield, so I guess we could shield and possibly lick down. I don't want to risk it. Wasn't worth it. So I am going to go ahead and bring in, let's see, Togekiss, and we could just 1 Charm, knocks out that Swampert. In comes Cresselia. So Cresselia going to actually bail into the Mega Horn, or into the Escavalier, go for that Mega Horn. Oh man, this is going to knock out that Cresselia. In comes that Obstagoon, and my opponent just leaves because we actually have a Togekiss that could fight that Obstagoon. So I cannot believe I won that one. That was a crazy, crazy fight. Good fight. It was a very tough battle, so good game to my opponent, but we're actually able to win that one. So let's see how the next game goes, shall we? So it's going to be my Togekiss versus Lapras. So again, a terrible matchup for us. So I'm going to bail into my Snorlax. We've seen that before. So looks like this Lapras going to stay in, at least for a little bit. So they are going to go ahead and throw the Surf, but Snorlax can take a few Surfs, so we're going to be able to just building up. They are going to switch into Feraligatr, so very spicy pick. I actually like Feraligatr a lot with Ice Fang in the Ultra League. I think they're actually running Waterfall, which is not a bad move as well. Obviously, we see it on Empoleon. Yeah, Feraligatr, I do think Feraligatr is actually a pretty good Pokemon, but it is going to go ahead and go for a charge attack, so I will shield this Hydro Cannon up because I do want to be able to try and win the lead. So I do charge up extra energy and go for the Body Slam, expecting the shield. Let's see if they want to shield this one up, and let's see if they want to win the lead. So they do not shield it up, actually losing that lead, so that's fine. In comes Lucario. I could have went for the Body Slam. I was trying to get to the superpower, but I do have my Togekiss, so I'm going to bring it in, and I still have my Escavalier, which would be good against Lucario as well. Charm is neutral to Lucario, but it's still good because, at the end of the day, Lucario is a squishy Pokemon. That's why I didn't bring in Escavalier versus Lucario, because I wanted my Escavalier to face the Lapras. I did not want my Togekiss to go back to face the Lapras. That's why I was shocked they didn't shield the Feraligatr. Probably a mistake on them. They should have tried to win that lead, but that's okay. We're going to charge up extra energy, and we actually go for Drill Run number 1. Totally expecting the shield, not clicking any bubbles, so the Lapras does go ahead and shield, and now I do go for the shield. I believe even though I didn't click any bubbles, probably would have knocked it out anyway. So Lapras goes down, in comes that Lucario, and we're both going to go down. And I still let a Togekiss in the back. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. I will see you in the next video. I hope you all enjoyed. Have a good day. Bye.